We are just waiting for YouTube to do its job. And it looks like it's doing it. It's gonna do something, you guys.
We must return to the dance! The night is ours!
Feeling good. That's how it's done, you guys. The Hollywood strikes are over. Yes, what was it, a couple weeks ago? The writer's strike has ended. That was good. Now the actor's strike, SAG-AFTRA, has ended. They have come to a tentative deal with the producers, the people that take all the money and don't give it out to the people that help them make that money. It's over. And we, as Orville fans, anyone who's been paying attention to this channel for months now, knows the Orville said it themselves on social media, multiple posts, that they're just waiting for the strikes to end because they got some news for Orville fans about the future of the Orville. Now the strikes are over, so now we just got to wait for the announcement to be made. Don't know exactly when the announcement's going to be made. Don't know exactly what the announcement's going to be, except for there's going to be more Orville. Don't know what that means. Does that mean a season? Does that mean a movie? Does that mean a bunch of seasons and a movie? 6 seasons and a movie? I'd be down with that. I'd be down with 1 more season and 3 movies. You guys let me know. Would you be down for any of that? I'm down for more Orville. I want more adventures. What's going on, you guys? The Cat Lover, Brian Dawkins, Lobo, Sam Hain. Thanks for stopping by. Archimesh Frey, John Smith, Sci-Fi, Mombi, Don, Ranger Power. Whoa. Did I say hi to Robert J. Hamilton? Sounds familiar, but I don't know. Maybe I just read the name. Good to see you guys. More of you are filing in, as I can see here, as we just started this live show on a warning, red alert. This is a demonetized channel. You guys are watching a demonetized channel on YouTube right now. Yes, they took away my monetization for the 2nd time this year. So that's 3 more months without monetization. So I'm saying F you to the YouTubes. I mean, I'll still be on YouTube doing these live shows every once in a while, but I'm going to be switching back to Egotastic FunTime on Twitch for live shows and watch parties. We're going to be doing Amazon Prime watch parties. One cool feature that Twitch actually has, where if you have Amazon Prime and I have Amazon Prime, we can watch stuff together during the stream as long as it's available wherever you're at in the world. Lobo says, I need Moville 1. I need Moville 1. Dang it. Moreville. I can see it. Meaning I want more Orville seasons, at least 7 or 8, says Dawkin. Yes, at least 7 or 8. Now, a lot of people say, oh, they should have 7 seasons. They say that about everything sci-fi related because in the 90s, all the Star Trek shows in the 90s did 7 seasons, so that became a rule in people's heads. It's not a rule. There are no rules. They could just make what they want to make and not make what they don't want to make. But I do know that Seth MacFarlane and the crew and the cast all want more seasons of the Orville. They have the entire time. If you've heard otherwise, you are a victim of clickbait. I will tell you that right now because I've been here the entire time. Some of you know that. Don't fall for the clickbait. Most of the internet is clickbait about most things nowadays because it's just a bunch of randos trying to get attention on the internet, because most of us don't get the attention that we seek in our real lives. So we turn to the internet to get that attention. And it doesn't matter. Tell lies, tell the truth. Everyone just wants the clicks, and they'll do whichever one they're okay with doing to get those clicks. Don Ranger Power says, hello, JP and all. Hope everyone is well on this Remembrance Sunday across the United Kingdom. Remembrance. Let's see. Was it the holiday today? I think it was like Veterans Day or something yesterday over here in the United States of A. Can't remember exactly which one it was, but I know it had something to do with um all the people that have put their futures and lives on the line to protect the country that they love. 7 would be nice. 12 would be nice. 20 would be nice. Let's go Grey's Anatomy with this and do 1,000 seasons of the Orville, or 2,000 seasons, just like Supernatural did. You can't stop the Orville. It's an expensive show. They could slow down the Orville because you can't do a ton of episodes per season because it costs many millions of dollars per episode to make the show. But hey, we'll get us 10 episodes, 12 episodes, 8 episodes. Just get us some more episodes, more adventures. Find out what happened to Ed's daughter, Anaya. Well, we know what happened to her. She's stuck in that room with her adopted parents, who are there just to keep her in that room. She thinks she enjoys her life, but wouldn't she enjoy it so much more if she can get out of that room? I think she would. The cat lover says, "How are you? What is the news?" The news is that we are just so much closer now to getting that announcement that we were told we were going to get once the strikes are over. It's only been, what, 1 or 2 days since the strikes have been over. You might have noticed yesterday a million things were announced, trailers for just a ton of things. They've been waiting for the strikes to be over for all these trailers to come out for new movies and TV shows. Now we just got to wait for the Orville announcement. I also know that they're going to be making it was kind of announced, but not with any footage or anything, but we should be getting some more information on the new Ted series coming to Peacock by Seth MacFarlane. And Scott Grimes is also a star on the show, and I bet you'll see some more Orville people pop up here or there, whether they be main stars of the show or some guest stars. I'm sure there's going to be some crossover going on. Dawkins says, "I miss the crew interactions. I miss that too." Just one thing I love about the Orville, some people say, "Oh, I hope they don't do filler episodes," things like that. I'm like, with the Orville, I'm fine with filler episodes as well as regular episodes. I just want to see what's going on in this universe, because I love the characters, love the people, love the things that they're going through. This whole Mocklin Krill fiasco. We need to figure out what's going on with that, you guys. I'm pretty sure nobody wants the Mocklins back in the Union. We were hoping to get the Krill to join the Union, but we don't really want them either. They're a bunch of nutsoids. Them weird alligator albino people. Yeah, I got bigoted comments about the Krill. I don't mind that. They're not real. They don't exist, so you can say what you want. Outside Out, hopefully Orville. Bill says, "More Orville, want Orville, need Orville." Yes, Orville. Seth Trek, as we call it. Yeah, that's the right direction. Yeah, look at this other screen. Live view. Seth Trek, you guys. Now, of course, you can, this channel is not monetized, but there are the Egotastic FunTime store, t-shirt shop, hats, shirts, blah, blah, blah. Might still be connected. Get you the Seth Trek Gold design available on hats, shirts, hoodies, blah, blah, blah. More designs coming soon. I know a lot of people are looking for a boom. Got a boom design in my head I'm working on. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Yo, what's going on, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights? How are you doing on this fine day? Hopefully very well. So for those of you who are, on the edge of your seat wondering, oh, the Orville, what's going to happen? Still no news, but we're so much closer to getting news. But yeah, it was more important that, the actors and writers get the deal that they need to be getting to be paid for the work that they do. As that's more important at the moment than getting an announcement for the Orville. Might not feel like it, but you can't have one without the other. Jeff B says, Jaloja JP, space vampires? That's the krill, those damn space vampires. You know, it's funny. I got, I bought a red light therapy bulb to do red light therapy because I enjoy it. But it has ultraviolet bulbs, lights in it as well. I'm wondering if that would hurt the krill. Would the UV bulb hurt a krill? Would it burn them, or does it not matter? Inquiring minds want to know. Sci-Fi Mommy says, fantastic advice, no clickbait. Over the years, I have to make a video a couple times a year because there's always somebody on the internet people, they got their channel, they got their page, whatever, that always puts out BS about the Orville. They'll put out BS that, oh, Seth doesn't want to do it anymore. Well, I know that's not true. He's told me himself that he wants to do more. He's told other people that he wants to do more. Oh no, actors will get picked up when they get other jobs and they won't be able to do the show. That doesn't happen anymore. Anytime somebody gets a gig, an actor gets a gig, it's a couple episodes, done, move on to the next gig. That's the way TV and movies work nowadays. Well, it's how TV works. Actors aren't going to be busy, you guys. They're all hoping for more seasons. They're wanting more seasons. Jay Lee told me that he's leaving time for in case the Orville gets renewed and he gets called back when it comes to doing other projects. Yep, Bill says, in the old days, shows had like 35 episodes per season. Yeah, 35, that's going way back to like the I Love Lucy days, but yes. And even in most of our days, like in the 90s and the 80s and even the early 2000s, shows had like at least 20-something, 25, 26 episodes. I think Star Trek, the 90s Star Trek, like TNG and all that, they usually have like 25, 26 episodes. But things are way more expensive nowadays, and there's way more things. I would even argue that there are too many things. There are too many shows and too many movies. And of course, I want people to be creative and to make these things, but also there's got to be a limit to what's viable, because, you know, you got an audience, the people of the world, the people of the planet, but is there too much stuff compared to how many viewers there are? There's a million shows. I can't even figure out. Yesterday, I was trying to figure out what to watch on TV, and there was just too many. I never came up with anything. I'm like, oh, let's just watch. I started rewatching a show that I haven't watched in years. They did 2 seasons. And if you want a great recommendation, if you're a fan of like The Office or Parks and Recreation, Superstore, you like that sort of thing. I love that sort of thing. There's a show that came out, I think 2015, 2016. They did 2 seasons, complete stories, a show called Trial and Error. If, like I said, if you're a Parks and Rec fan, Superstore fan, Office fan, very much in the same vein. The whole show seems to me like it takes place in the southern version of Pawnee, Indiana. Trial and Error. I think it's available for free on Amazon Prime. Funny show. First season has John Lithgow, because every season it's a lawyer comedy show. So each season is a different trial. First season's trial with John Lithgow. Second season is a trial with Kristen Chenoweth. Highly recommend the show. Trial and Error, you guys. Check it out if you haven't already. What's up, J-Pod? How you doing? Barry, hey, JP, just got in here. Had to run to the store with the wife. Got to do that sometimes. I did that yesterday. But I love doing that. We always have a great time. We go to Walmart and we just make a fun day out of it. Because it's so easy to not have a fun day when you go to Walmart. But if you decide, hey, I'm going to have fun, I'm going to run around and be silly, you can do that at Walmart. J-Pot says, I'm currently rewatching my favorite Stargate, SG-1, and that's 22 episodes a season. Yes, they used to be able to put them out way back in the day. You didn't have to have as many people working on a show. Now there's so much competition, so much money, so many people you got to hire just to make even a simple show. The credits go on and on and on. And I'm glad everyone's getting work and all that stuff, but the format is different. You're not going to get full, 6 months of episodes or 8 months of episodes of a TV show like we used to get. That's been gone a long time. I miss it. I mean, yeah, those shows did have a lot of filler. Like, think about how much filler the show Lost had. So much stuff going on in episodes of Lost that have nothing to do with anything. They're just trying to fill time. But when you enjoy a universe, it's fine. Crazy. I've never heard of Trial and Error. I recommend it to all of you. Trial and Error. If you're a fan, like I said, Office, Parks and Recreation, that sort of thing, it's a very good show. It's very funny. Yes, John Lithgow is the High Commander. And he's a goofball on the show. Hey, what's up, Smoke? Okay, here's some Orville fandom news. The Smoke, of course, makes a planetary step, which is the Orville fan series. Not fan film, fan series, multiple episodes. Coming back in 2024. I'm sure you'll be back before the actual Orville is. 2024 just seems a little close compared to how much time it takes to make a season of the Orville. John Smith says, you should have been around when I was defending the nostalgia critic. Every story involving any person that was on his site was a supposed reason they were supposedly leaving. Yeah, there's a lot of supposedlies on the internet. There's a lot of take this with a grain of salt. Anytime you hear that on a channel, click off to something else. They don't got anything for you. Take this with a grain of salt. Hear that so much with the rumor mill channels, you guys. Thank you. Yes, I trimmed the beard a little bit, shaved the mustache off. I'm still getting used to it. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of this. My wife likes it though, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes, you guys. I figured it's fine to shave it off every once in a while because it grows right back in just a couple days. I've been thinking about getting into the new Quantum Leap. I've heard good things. I saw the first 2 episodes back when they were brand new, but I guess they got 2 whole seasons out now. I don't know if the second season is finished already or if it's it's been up for a while, but I know there's a season 2 available. Thinking about watching it, but also there's so much to watch. And I have a hard time finding time to watch stuff anymore. I have to work every single day, 7 days a week. But I try to get all that work done in the daytime hours. Yara Mate says, hold up, JP looks different somehow. Yes, the beard is trimmed up a little bit. Thanks, Bill. Yep, got to make the wife happy. I find that's a good rule to live by. Oh, The Good Place. I did start watching The Good Place. I mean, I've seen The Good Place every episode 50 or 60 times, but it has been a while. So I started rewatching. I started with season 2. I'm so familiar with season 1. Well, I'm so familiar with all the seasons, but I'm super, super familiar with season 1. So I started with season 2, which is fine because season 2 could have been the beginning of the show anyway. I mean, I'm glad they had season 1. But season 2, everything kind of gets rebooted a bunch anyway, so you kind of could start new there. Quantum Leap is great, says the Smoke. I'll check it out. I like those first 2 episodes. Andrew says, I recently made an account with Peacock. I'm loving that app. I started watching season 1 of SNL. You're going way back. I remember I used to watch reruns of the first couple seasons of Saturday Night Live back on Nick at Night. Nick at Night used to have reruns of that all the time. If I recall correctly, I could be wrong. I could have swore it was Nick at Night, but I was all over the cable TV back in my younger days. Now I haven't had cable TV in 14 or 15 years. Gen V, the spinoff of The Boys. Yeah, I do need to check that out. I have to finish the last season of The Boys. I didn't see the previous season. The cat lover loves Janet. Isn't Janet great? Way better than Alexa, if you ask me. I love Peacock. Peacock also has a lot of great movies. Right now, they have Five Nights at Freddy's. If you haven't seen that movie, that's a brand new movie. They have the movie Strays, Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx dog movie. It's really funny. Very adult comedy, I have to say. And they have a bunch of other movies on there. I can't even remember what they are. Champions, that was really good. J-Pot says, I've been enjoying The Ark on Sci-Fi, hoping season 2 comes out. Yeah, I only have access to Sci-Fi. Well, Sci-Fi has an app. It used to be free I don't know what they're doing nowadays. Sci-Fi might have some content on Hulu. I'll have to check. I was really mad because, I get tired of Netflix. I have a hard time finding something to watch on Netflix. Maybe twice a month I'll find something I want to watch on Netflix, but I have to have it because that's what the family likes. But anyway, I brought the subscription down to the with ads subscription for Netflix, which is very inexpensive, like $6.99 a month, just with ads, and they don't even play a lot of ads, so it was fine. But now they're putting out content that you can't watch unless you have a more expensive subscription. So they just came out with Across the Spider-Verse, a movie I very much want to see. I can't watch it because you have to pay more to watch it. They also saw that movie with Jennifer Lawrence, No Hard Feelings, I think it's called. That looks really funny. I want to watch it, but I can't because you have to have a more expensive plan. So this is how they're getting us, you guys. This is how the streaming is getting us. We thought it was a great idea all those years ago when streaming started. Oh, I get rid of cable. Okay, I finally feel comfortable getting rid of cable. I don't even know what people watch on cable anymore. All the TV shows that people talk about are on streaming services. But we thought we were getting a good deal. Didn't have to pay for cable anymore. Nope. Now we just got a million different subscriptions to a million different services that are putting out great content for the most part. Not all of it's that great, or not all of it's something I care about, even if it is good. But you gotta, and none of that stuff comes on cable TV anymore. There's no Star Wars shows on cable TV. All the Star Trek is behind an app, except for, I guess, what's that one show was on Nickelodeon, and I guess it's finding some new home. I'm not up to date on it because I don't care. I don't care about keeping up with Star Trek news. I just watch it when I feel like watching it, and I don't watch it when I don't feel like watching it. Yeah, Strays was hilarious. Think Homeward Bound. Remember that movie, Homeward Bound? Take that film and add a bunch of fart jokes into it. That's what the movie is. J-Pod says, I really hate trying to find things on most streaming services. It's tough. And there's too many things. It's like the menu at Cheesecake Factory. You can't figure out what you want to order because there's too many things to order. Gordon Ramsay says, simplify your menu. You'll make more money if you simplify your menu. Streaming services, simplify your menus, please. Todd says, I will not only watch season 4 of The Orville, but I will inject it into my bloodstream. You damn right. This is how we as Orvillians, this is how we should be acting. We should be injecting The Orville into our bloodstreams. William Cortland, how's it going, William? William says, I just bought the episodes off Google. I bought the Orville on all the seasons. I have it on Amazon Prime. Well, not Prime, Amazon Prime Video, which is, you have to order stuff on there. But yeah, I own all 3 seasons of the Orville. Totally worth it. Because on all the streaming services that I have that have the Orville on it, it's always with ads. So I'll be watching the Orville and it has commercials. I've seen the Orville so much, I don't need commercial breaks. Okay. So I watch them on Amazon because I own them. I don't have to have commercials. Yes, Big BK, Big Burger King. We need season 4. Yes, we do. Let's renew the Orville Disney. Let's renew the Orville Hulu. Actually, I think you guys already did, but let's get an announcement of the good work you did if you did in fact renew the Orville. I think they renewed the Orville, you guys, because it's a slam dunk. It's a series that not only is loved all over the world, but it has great stories, great guest stars. Actors want to be on the show because it's good work. They feel they can sink their teeth into whatever role they get. It's a series that can go on for decades and decades and decades. That's something that's hard to find nowadays. What's up, Jim Novak? How you doing? If you buy them digitally, do you get all the bonus features? I don't think so. I don't think there's any bonuses going on. Bonuses will have to wait. I know that the Orville DVDs of season 1, season 2 didn't have any really special content on it. All the special content they had was already available on YouTube. I would think that season 3, when that finally comes out, hopefully on Blu-ray. No word as of yet, but of course it's going to come out on Blu-ray at some point. But they're doing the whole digital thing with it, so they're probably going to try to the people that display it on their streaming services or digital services are probably trying to get as much digital money out of it before they go into the actual physical media. It's great IP that they could use in the parks. You get them parks built up with that IP. Glad you're good, Jim. But yeah, there wasn't really any good bonus features that weren't already available on YouTube when it came to the Orville. I would think that would be a little bit different with this 3rd season because it's actually got real money behind it with that 3rd season. Disney knows what they're doing, whether you like them or not. They know what they're doing when it comes to making money. Even when they suck at making money, they still figure out how to make money. Brianna Grabowski. If Fuzzy Door was a real door, you'll never know what kind of jizz jazz that goes on behind it. I think Peak Darkness, The Void, maybe. I don't know. It was a strange dream I've had last week. Good old Fuzzy Door Productions, you guys. I'm looking forward to more Fuzzy Door Productions. Of course, the next one up is the Ted series. Of course, the Fuzzy Door has something to do with the Orville as well, making Orville episodes and all kinds of other stuff. They are a production company, not just a one-show company. I would love a Million Ways to Die in the West television series. I think that would make for a good series. Good, 10 episodes or so. I think that'd be kind of fun. A lot of stuff to explore in that universe. William Cortland says the Library of Congress and World Postal Services should provide one streaming service with all content, and you nickel and dime purchase what you want to watch. Something, because this is too much. There is too much going on with these streaming services. HBO Max. I don't even have HBO Max right now. It's too damn expensive. Netflix, too damn expensive. I have that. I don't care for it, but I have it. I love Peacock. It's not as expensive, but still add another $10 to the bank account. Hulu. I got the Hulu. There's Paramount Plus. Don't know how long that's going to go on for. HBO Max just put up a lawsuit against Paramount Plus, claiming that Paramount Plus stole South Park from them, that they ordered a bunch of South Park episodes, which they are airing on Paramount Plus right now. HBO Max says, no, we had a contract with South Park. You guys aren't supposed to have South Park. This is illegal. It goes against our contract. People are getting sued. Paramount Plus is getting sued, you guys. 100% to Million Ways. Yes, A Million Ways to Die in the West. That's a very long title. I've put up on different pages and stuff, A Million Ways to Die in the West content, you know, little shorts here or there. Writing that out in a way that's algorithm friendly is tough. I'm like, this is a lot of words. I try to keep, you know, things down to 1 or 2 words. Rumor is D Plus is shutting down and Disney is going all in on Hulu. Well, Disney is going all in on Hulu. They're already going to be putting out a Hulu Disney combo app, which is cool. I don't need Disney. Something from Disney only comes out every once in a while that I care to watch. Not enough to I have Disney Plus right now, but that's because I got like a $1.99 deal for 3 months. So I can have it for $1.99. Fine. It's good for that. But once that deal's over, I'm canceling it because I've only watched maybe 2 things on it in the last couple months. J-Pot says, I would rather pay one bundled price and you get 5 streaming services of your choice. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. There's tons of stuff on Apple Plus that I want to watch, but I'm not going to pay for that. Sorry. You're too late, Apple Plus. I already had all these other things first. So I'm not even going to consider you Apple Plus. Besides, I'm an Android guy, not an Apple guy. Yeah, I said it. A Million Ways to Geloja in the Shuttle Bay. I just know of one way to Geloja in the Shuttle Bay. You just do it. You say Geloja and you let it out. Get the great release, you guys. Brian Dawkins says, it is setting up that I can't buy Nicola some cat treats. No. It's the thought that counts, though, as we've learned in the Orville. So thank you anyway, Brian Dawkins. You're a great supporter of the kitty treats and the tacos. And those who are supporters, and now we don't have, because the channel's been demonetized, no ad revenue, no super chats, no super stickers, no memberships. If you do want to support Egotastic FunTime content, which I got to figure out where to put it now, maybe on the other channel, but I'm doing something else with the other channel, an experiment. We'll have to see how that goes because the experiment is very close to being over. We'll see. Hopefully it's a success. If you want to support this content and all the future content for 2023, all the links are in the description of this live show. Andrew says, I wanted to see if everyone is aware that last year Paramount Plus announced that there will be a Galaxy Quest series starring Tim Allen. I remember last year there was a Galaxy Quest show that was going to be on Amazon Prime. But if Paramount Plus wants to do one, go for it. Maybe I'll try out. I think what I'd probably end up doing is waiting for the entire series to come out and then getting a free trial and then binge watching the whole thing and then canceling the series. Jim Novak says, are you getting censored? Apparently, I don't know exactly what happened because no videos of mine have been flagged when it comes to the demonetization. They just sent me a message saying you are no longer monetized, reused content. But not a single video has been flagged for anything. They're all public. They're all getting, the ones that are newer, getting views, new subscribers, all this stuff. Everything is the same except there's no no money at all anymore from YouTube. And I'm guessing that'll be the case for 3 months straight. And then I'll reapply January 24th, I think is what they said. I'll reapply. I'm going to erase so much stuff from this channel when I reapply so that they're like, okay, everything's cool. I don't know exactly what's wrong, but just to be on the safe side, I'll erase everything up to the point where they re-monetize me earlier in the year, because I know that worked. So I'll be getting rid of everything and going back to just regular videos on this channel. But I have no idea. Not a single video on this channel has been flagged. They're all public. They're all fine. They're not being shadow banned or anything. They're all allowed to get views. So congratulations to YouTube. You guys are getting views. YouTube is, but they're just not doing anything for the creator of the videos or for this channel. So good for you, YouTube. I hope your continued success continues and continues and continues. Galaxy Quest. So yeah, this channel will be demonetized for the rest of 2023. But I am doing live shows on Twitch again. We're going to be starting out doing watch parties of movies and TV shows, which we can all watch together if you have Amazon Prime, or you can just show up for the talkie talk part of it. Even if something's playing, you might not see it if you don't have Amazon Prime, but most people have Amazon Prime these days. Paramount Plus releases Blu-rays. Yes, they do. Fox stopped. This all started with Fox. Fox stopped releasing Blu-rays years ago, except for every once in a while, for a very special occasion, they'll release a Blu-ray of a show once all the series is done and all the episodes are done, this and that. But usually they don't do Blu-rays. So I guess it's they're going from the whole Fox to the Disney. Disney puts out Blu-rays. Disney also owns Fox now, so maybe Fox will start putting out Blu-rays eventually as well. It's all up to Disney. And Disney's going to do whatever makes money compared to how much it costs, how much it'll make. That'll all be in the cards, and they'll decide, hey, this could make some money. Let's put it out. Or they might say, hey, this won't make money. Let's not put it out, because it's all about money. You know, like life. Life is all about money and nothing else. Yeah, you put it. I'm thinking of doing some stuff just on Patreon. There are some informative videos that I want to make. I just don't want to put them on this channel. And it's not the right time to put them on this. I'm trying to build up the other channel to get it monetized, so that anytime this channel gets demonetized, I'll have the backup channel. But I have a whole thing I'm doing with that, and putting up videos wouldn't quite work. All right, J-Pod, if you want to do watch parties, sign up for Egotastic FunTime on Twitch. Link is in the description of this video. And then, anytime I'm doing one, you'll get an alert saying, hey, JP's doing a watch party. But also I'll plan them ahead of time and put up signage and advertising and stuff like that on this community page, on Twitter, things like that. John Smith, I'm not going to ignore you. John Smith says, how can you say there's nothing on Disney Plus when Loki season 2 just wrapped? That's true. I kind of want to watch Loki season 2. I enjoyed Loki season 1 up to a point. I watched it, enjoyed it, and never thought of it again. I'm sure the same would be true of season 2, but I would enjoy watching it, I'm sure. But then, you watch 8 to 10 episodes of something, and boom, now you're done, and you got to find something else. I'm just going to start watching Pluto TV for free. I'm just going to watch the Baywatch channel, you guys. They'll never run out of content. You got like 1 million episodes of that. William says, I am a starship engineer, a ship shaped like a sword and has shields so strong you can't fire energy weapons out. Wins. It just runs enemies through. Oh wow, so you're just running through enemies. Doesn't even need weapons. The ship is the weapon. Yeah, Paramount Plus. I don't know what the future is of Paramount Plus. There's a lot of Star Trek content on there that people are liking, but there's also other content on there people are liking as well. They got all the Yellowstone type stuff. Of course, you'll see those same shows on other streaming services now too. A lot of these streaming services are selling their content to other streaming services so they can make some extra money on them. They're all trying to keep their heads above water. I don't know if they're going to do it, because you only got a certain amount of people that want to watch things, but you got a lot of people trying to make things for people to watch. Loki was really good. I hope there is a season 3. If season 2 made them money, there will definitely be a season 3, I would think. I know season 2 is about time travel. That very much interests me, so it's on my list. I just got to find time to. I don't think anyone else wants to watch it, so I have to find time when no one else is watching TV, which I don't think will happen very often. Yeah, JPod says it gets really hard sometimes to justify a streaming service for one show. And that's what a lot of people do. Every streaming service has at least one show that everybody wants to watch. But you really got to be like, oh, I can't add on another streaming service. And then what if I forget to cancel it in time? And then I get, they charge me again, this, and that. I just remember and I'm not saying this is better. In some ways, I guess it was better, but you know, they were getting ripped off then too. Everything's is people trying to get your money. So like everything used to be on TV, on cable TV, on antenna TV. And now everything has gone to behind paywalls with these streaming services. So you get to pick and choose, but you want to choose everything, but you can't. That's just too many streaming services. And then you'll even get a streaming service to watch a certain show, and then all of a sudden that show's not even on that streaming service anymore because they sold it to another streaming service. So then you got to cancel that streaming service and go to the other streaming service. Andrew says, Loki season 2 is boring. I guess it's all in the eye of the beholder, I suppose. I think season 3 is an Avengers movie. The Avengers. I remember those guys. The original Avengers in the movie universe. All CBS shows are Paramount Plus. Are on Paramount Plus. Is going nowhere. I bet you Paramount Plus sticks around, but you know, I bet you a lot of these services stick around, but I bet you also most of them are going to have to come up with some plans, either to get rid of some content, not what, you know, just spend money on the big stuff that actually brings in views, because they got a lot of extra stuff. Can't tell you how much stuff is on Disney Plus that I do not care about. And there's certain things on there I'm like, there's no way anybody cares about this. You know, just super old movies. I'm like, there's probably not a lot of people watching the Apple Dumpling Gang films, but they got them. It probably doesn't cost money though. They've owned that for a million years. Frederick says, I definitely ordered a streaming service just for one show. I usually end it the day I ordered it. Yeah, that's what I do. I'll see a streaming service because they'll give you multiple free trials. You just got to wait a little bit, and all of a sudden you got a free trial available again. So I'll order it, cancel it the same day, but it's the free trial time span still, you know, they'll let you have it for however long they said, even if you canceled it right away. But I always do that just so I don't forget. But it sucks that you have to do that, right? Like I just got a free trial of Stars or something like that, just because I was bored and I was like, Well, I guess watching that newer Ghostbuster movie would be fun. That was a pretty decent movie. Let's watch that. Oh, it's only available on Stars. Didn't used to be, but I guess now it's only available on Stars. So, I get the free trial, watch it, see if I can find one or two other things to watch those, and then boom, I'm done. Apple Dumpling Gang are awesome, says David Button. I remember watching the Apple Dumpling Gang back when I was a kid. Even then, they were really old Disney films, but we had the Disney Channel back in the OG days, back in the Winnie the Pooh days, live action Winnie the Pooh. Stony Girls talking to David. I can't imagine a Loki season 3 until after Kang Dynasty. Yeah, I never got into the whole Kang thing that they've been doing with the film, the live action. Dark Thor enjoyed Goosebumps. Goosebumps is good. There's the new Goosebumps series on is that on Hulu? Is that Hulu or is that Peacock? I can't remember. It's one of them. It might be Hulu. And Percy Jackson's on Disney Plus. Andrew says, I like Paramount Plus. I'm really into soccer. Soccer to me. Yeah, I haven't seen, well, I don't even have Paramount Plus right now. That's going to require another free trial. But if I had Paramount Plus, I know there's one or two things on there that just recently popped up that I think on Paramount Plus that I'm interested in. Plus, I would totally watch the new season of Lower Decks. Haven't seen that. J-Post has been watching those old Davy Crockett movies on Disney Plus. Good stuff. I remember those too. God, I watched a lot of Disney Channel back in the day. I got Disney Channel when I was 5 years old. I remember the day I got it. The cable man turned on the TV, turned on Disney Channel because I was a kid there sitting in front of the TV. Boom, Winnie the Pooh came on instantly, and I've been hooked ever since. With Amazon Prime, you get those strange channels. Ooh, are they scrambled? No, get strange channels, and they often offer a free month, but I think I tried pretty much all of them now, and streaming is getting expensive, very expensive. Even if you've tried all of them, try them again. The free trial might have expired, and boom, they restarted a new time frame for a free trial. Plus, it's the holidays coming up. All those channels come out with deals this time of year. Okay, so the new Goosebumps streams across Disney Plus and Hulu, which pretty much Disney Plus and Hulu will be the same thing sooner than later. Oh, they wrote the show. Was that a whole separate show? Coyote versus Acme? Acme. Isn't that funny? All those years ago, they came up with the fake company Acme. Warner Brothers did, and they've used it ever since. Stony Girl says new season of Lower Decks is really good. I have no doubt. I very much enjoy Lower Decks. What I usually do with Lower Decks is when it's time to do another subscription to Paramount Plus or a free trial, mostly a free trial, I'll binge watch whatever latest seasons of things that I've missed. I remember the old Zorro show on Disney Plus. Disney Plus, or not Disney Plus, but on regular Disney Channel. Disney Plus doesn't have the old Zorro show. Man, I watched a lot of episodes of that. Yeah, Disney's got all the new stuff and a lot of the old stuff too. J Pod remembers getting Disney Channel back in the 90s. Yeah, there was for me as a kid, it was Disney Channel and Nickelodeon. And there used to be a show on Nickelodeon, kid show, on Nickelodeon called Pinwheel. Anybody remember that? Pinwheel, pinwheel, spinning around. Look at my pinwheel and see what I found. You guys remember that? Some of you might remember that. Todd says, I got Hulu specifically for the Orville. Well, they still have the Orville. They have the best version of the Orville and all the extras and the making of every episode, this, and that. But man, it's going to be a while before we get new episodes of the Orville. We're going to get some new Orville, you guys, but it's going to, I don't know exactly what it's going to be. And it won't be anytime soon. Stony Girl's got some news about the Hulu Disney Plus app. The beta version of Hulu and Disney Plus is supposed to launch in beta in December. Ooh, next month, you guys, just a couple weeks away. Todd will watch season 6. John Smith says, yeah, that's the Echo show is doing. It's going to both D Plus and Hulu. D Plus. Don says, despite the new Disney Plus Hulu app, the streaming services themselves may remain separate for now. Oh yeah, I could totally get that. I totally get it. Remember when HBO and Cinemax were two separate apps, and now it's just one app? You gotta try these things out, see how it goes. If people get the combo app, then if enough people get it, then they'll eventually get rid of the separate platforms. Suffice it to say, they're going to do whatever makes the most money. Paramount's got some old and new things, including classic Nickelodeon shows. Well, I should look and see if they have Pinwheel. Barry says, at my house, my granddaughter has Hulu, my stepson has Paramount Plus, and we have Netflix. So I get it all. Don't forget Peacock. Peacock's got some great stuff on it. Stony remembers Pinwheel. Don says, I love Netflix, Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, Pluto TV, Tubi, Prime Video, and Peacock equally, to be honest. You like Netflix and Pluto the same? Good for Pluto. They got, not everybody was looking for the brand new big TV show, right? There's a lifetime of TV shows out there, and Pluto's got a lot of them. And they're free. So good for Pluto, you guys. If you got Pluto, nothing wrong with watching Pluto. Not everybody needs to watch the latest this, and that. When you got some episodes of the A-Team out there on Pluto, Pluto's got a whole Star Trek channel that just plays Star Trek. That's it. You don't have to have Paramount Plus. If you want to watch classic and legacy Star Trek, TNG, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, the original series, they got it all over there for free. And it's on random. I don't know, some of you might be like me and miss random TV shows. TV show that you love, but you never know what episode's playing. I miss that. You just have to watch whatever that's playing. I don't want to choose. I want it to be served up. And you can get that with Pluto TV. Lobo says, I remember the Pinwheel song, but not the show. I remember when it comes to the show Pinwheel, I mostly just remember the opening theme with that song, Pinwheel, Pinwheel spinning around. I remember it was like two puppets in their bedroom. They're having a dream, something like that. I can't remember. That's mostly what I remember. J Pot says, I remember hearing about Pinwheel, but never saw it. There was some crazy shows back then. Zoobilee Zoo was a crazy one. That was a crazy one. Zoobilee Zoo. I remember Zoobilee Zoo. Okay, Coyote versus Acme is a $70 million movie. It had very good test screenings. Warner's wanted the right down. So they just dumped it. They had a whole movie, spent all that money and just dumped it. They could have given me that money. Now we go Nickelodeon. Frederick says Ren and Stimpy and Rocco's Modern Life is my Nickelodeon jam. Oh, I remember both those shows. Ren and Stimpy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Tubi is really awesome now. I love that app. And they have some, doesn't Tubi have some originals? Not like a lot, but don't they have something? I know I've watched some things on Tubi. It's free. You just got to watch some ads. But they've had some pretty decent newer movies on Tubi. My Living Doll on Tubi. Don says Disney is planning to launch its own streaming service as well. A free streaming service as well to compete with Pluto TV, Tubi, and Xumo Play. Yes, it does have to be a competition going on because there's more and more free streaming apps coming out. So yeah, that might be the next game right there, is getting into the free streaming business, because they're making tons of money off advertising, just like regular TV used to do. That's how regular TV made money, is with the advertisers, and that's probably what the next war is going to be, the free streaming war. Plex. I'm familiar with Plex. Sona Girl, was Pinwheel really a show? I thought it was more like Animation Domination or Adult Swim, a collection of other cartoons all branded together for 6 hours straight. I don't know. I don't remember. All I remember is being a little kid and they kept playing that Pinwheel, Pinwheel spinning around song all the time. And I loved it. And it had the same visuals every time. So I don't know. Was it like a Animation Domination? Or was it an actual show? I don't know. You might be right. I'm a little kid. My memories cannot be trusted. Tubi's got some select Super Sentai shows as well, says Don. And then you have Doug. I remember Doug. Started on Nickelodeon and went to Disney. Wasn't that great once it went to Disney? And Doug also, did they do a Doug movie or two? I know they did a movie for Rugrats. Can't remember if Doug got a movie. Tubi had all 8 seasons of Garfield and Friends, and Peacock only has like 4 seasons. Damn it. Only 4. Garfield had 8 seasons. That's even more than any of the Star Trek series. It was on for hours. I remember Paddington being on it. Okay, so it must have been a collection of shows that came on during the Pinwheel time. The first 4 seasons of Doug aired on Nickelodeon, yet the final 3 aired on ABC Kids. Remember when Buffy was on UPN and then they switched over to... No, were they on Fox and they switched over to UPN or CW, something like that? Where can I watch Fringe? I have no idea. That's got to be somewhere, right? Fringe has to be on one of these streaming services. Now, that was originally a Fox show, I believe, wasn't it? Feels like it was a Fox show. I don't know. It might be Fox.com. Doug's first movie debuted in 1999. Oh, that was the year the world ended because of Y2K. I don't remember everybody buying up all the toilet paper in Y2K. What were people buying up in Y2K? We know for COVID, they bought all the toilet paper. What did they buy all of for Y2K? Printer ink? I don't know. Stargate's going from Showtime to Sci-Fi is always funny. Buffy aired on the WB before it moved to UPN. Oh my goodness. The WB. Remember that? Is Fringe on Max? It was a while ago, but last I checked, it was on Freevee, the former IMDb TV. IMDb. Why is that not their slogan? IMDb. And then you have a commercial of a bunch of people looking at the camera going, IMDb. Office Space is the best Y2K movie. I haven't seen that movie in years. I got to watch it. Yesterday, I almost started watching that show Louder Milk with the guy that starred in Office Space, because I've seen clips from it on YouTube Shorts, and I go like, this looks funny, but I didn't start it. I'm like, ugh, this seems like a big commitment. But maybe I will. I'm getting closer and closer. That's right, Brian Dawkins. Upload just finished its 3rd season, 8 episodes. That's about what they usually do, right? 8, 10 episodes. I loved season 3, but I do. Season 1 is my favorite. But season 3 was a lot of fun. They just finished their 3rd season. Open for a 4th season. I bet you they probably get a 4th season. It's an Amazon Prime show. It probably does well. Stoner Girl says, I think a lot of people bought alcohol for Y2K. I know I party like it was 1999. Frederick says, I spent hours checking all systems with a computer if they crash on Y2K. Not a single one failed. All the stress for nothing. I remember it was, it's what people do. Anything that people are freaking out about, go on the news right now. Find something people are freaking out about. Not all things, but there's a lot of things that people are freaking out about that are nothing. Absolutely nothing. But as people, we got to, we want to rally behind a cause, whether it's good, bad, true, a lie, whatever. We want to freak out about stuff. So that's what we do. What's up, Dan Crane? Hail, Dan Crane. Dan says, hail, JP. Good to see you. Love Pluto channel. Yes. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I watched a bunch of it a few years ago when I first discovered it. I'm like, oh, let's watch some stuff. And that's another streaming service is not even on my radar. I've heard of it a couple times and then instantly forget. MGM. Is it MGM Plus, maybe? MGM. They got the show From. That's a whole other one. And how many other streaming services are we going to get? What is the threshold, you guys, when it comes to these streaming services? How many streaming services is okay to have before it becomes too much? I really like the series Superman and Lois. Does anyone else here like it? I watched, I think, 2 episodes of that show when that's all there was 2 episodes. I enjoyed it. I was very busy, so I lost track of it. But yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes and I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm kind of a sucker for that CW stuff. I don't know why. Like, I really like The Flash. It eventually just becomes the same thing every damn season. So I stopped watching, but I really like The Flash. I really got into Arrow all back in the day. I'm a sucker for CW stuff. And it's not like super high quality stuff, and it's all kind of gimmicky. They're going for a certain thing, but I usually enjoy it because I know it doesn't matter if it's enjoyed or not. Just enjoy stuff. Realize nothing's so important that you can't enjoy it. A lot of people add too much importance onto the shows that they watch, as if those shows aren't just uh uh content to get you to buy stuff or click on stuff. Brian Dawkins is watching the new revival series of Frasier. I have not checked that out yet. Brian's watching Frasier 2023 and The Gilded Age. What streaming services are those on? I wonder if I have access to that. Yeah, J-Pot says people have been panicking about the end of days since the beginning of time. Oh, yes. Don't I know it? I see it all the time. I'll just keep living my life. Ends or not, doesn't matter. I stopped paying a lot of attention. In 2023, I stopped paying a lot of attention to the world news because a lot of it is just hype for negativity. Bad things do happen, though, and it's good to keep apprised of certain things. But it was just so much. I decided, you know what? I'm going to live my life and not put so much brain effort. I'm not going to give so much attention to all the stuff that's going on in the news because most of it just ends up to be nothing anyway. And they pick something else to talk about the next week. And they talk that to death, and that's nothing. So they have to pick another topic. Every week it's a new topic. And everyone forgets the previous topic once they begin a new topic. Paramount, Barry says. John Smith, I am not going to disagree with you on that. I usually don't go into those topics here, but I do agree with you on your comment on upload. Speaking of the CW, beginning early next year, Kunz TV will be Seattle's new permanent home of that network after 17 years as a Univision affiliate. Univision. Kunz new cast will be relaunched as well and be produced by KOMO4. What? The world doesn't end, civilization does. I agree with that as well. Well, unless we blow it all up, then it does end. But otherwise, I think it's the civilization part ends. It takes an intergalactic highway or a Martian wanting a better view of Venus to destroy the Earth until we become type 1. Yeah, I think unless we blow the whole thing up, it's civilization. The plants and the animals will come back. Don says, I love the Frasier revival the same way I love the original, to be honest. I'll have to check it out. I remember enjoying Frasier back in the day when it was brand new. Stony Girl likes the new Frasier. Andrew loves the fact that Superman and Lois is in 4K on Max. What? I only have one 4K TV, and it's in the bedroom, and I hardly ever use it. We hardly ever watch TV in the bedroom anymore. We always watch it in the living room, which has a bigger TV, slightly bigger. It's like a 55-inch. The one in the bedroom is a 42-inch. The one in the bedroom is a 4K, and the other one is just a HD 1080p thing. So 4K means nothing to that TV. And I like me some 4K. I like the clarity and I like the colors. Notice 4K stuff, the colors are always just so bam, popping in your face. William says, I want Frasier to become the psychiatrist to all the other sitcom characters. Brian Dawkins says, where I lived, the power went out at midnight, 1999. Later, we find out a utility, like a drunk hit a utility pole. But boy, I bet you guys were scared to death. Back where you live, there's probably a lot of midnight 1999 babies. A lot of people were conceived midnight 1999. So a lot of September births. Paramount has Frasier. Okay, so I don't have access to it. So that'll be part of the next time I get Paramount. I think the next time I get Paramount Plus is when hopefully it happens. A new season of Ghosts comes out. If there's a new season of Ghosts, I'll get it for that and then watch everything that's on there. While Ghosts is coming out, and then cancel the whole thing. I really wish we would get something like DVR for streaming, a streaming app on TV that shows the new episodes of a streaming show. I can see what's coming up and such. Oh, like a TV Guide thing. Remember the TV Guide channel, you guys? Well, cable probably still has a TV Guide channel, I would think. I haven't seen one in years, but I assume they have one. Pronounced Como 4, by the way, says Don Don Ranger. Oh, yes, that's actually on my list, Brian Dawkins. Thank you so much. Brian says, tell people about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And I actually wanted to put out a short video on this. I just don't know where to post that video. If you see the trailer just came out the other day for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. There's a new Planet of the Apes movie coming out. It looks really good. One of the apes talking in the trailer has a voice that you might recognize. Well, you'll definitely recognize. You'll recognize Bortus. Peter Macon is playing one of the apes in the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes movie. Looks really good, you guys. And yeah, he's in it. I don't know how big his part is, but it's big enough where he had something really important to say, and they put it in the trailer. I don't know how big his role is, but I cannot wait to see this movie. We, as Orville fans, we support Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Probably should do it anyway, because, you know, I love Planet of the Apes universe from back in the day, the originals. Even the crappy Battle for the Planet of the Apes, which was such a bad movie. Even that one I like. Kaylee says, I celebrated December 31st, 2000 on Stickler's new Millennium Day. Stickler from the movie American Pie. Don Don says, I love that teaser trailer for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, but I shall wait till it streams on the new Disney Plus Hulu app. Yes, I'm basically the same way. I hardly ever go to a movie theater. Hardly ever. Usually the movies are just out a couple weeks later, if not on the same damn day, out on one of the streaming services. The last movie I saw in the theater, didn't even need to see it in the theater. It was Five Nights at Freddy's when that came out. Actually saw it the day before it came out, but it also came out on Peacock the very next day. I could have just watched it on there, but my stepkid loves Five Nights at Freddy's. He wanted to see it in the theater, so we went and saw that in the theater. But otherwise, I don't go to the movie theater very often. Everything's available. Who is the Kalon supporter who voted no on the poll? Oh, probably just a dick. You know how people are. You know how internet people are. There's always going to be one. Or maybe they just didn't want to jinx it. So they put no because they felt that they would jinx it because they really want to watch it. Elihu, what's up? Says, hopefully the new Apes movie will feature more apes than humans. I'm trying to remember what I saw in the trailer. Were there humans? There's got to be humans. There's always got to be humans, right? Doesn't have to be a lot of humans. The first one had like 1.5 humans. Well, there's more than that. There was a herd of humans. One of them had a pretty lady in it. I think we're getting closer and closer to that part of the ape universe where the apes are pretty much in charge now. So, but yeah, there's probably gonna be humans that they're trying to control or herd. Maybe we'll figure out how humans lost their speech. J-Pot says, I got to meet Peter Macon and Penny Johnson-Gerald this summer at Shore Leave. Really nice and cool people. Yes, they are. I hung out with Peter Macon a little bit over at the premiere of the Orville season 3 on IMAX. Well, everyone was there. Every single person was there. So I hung out with Peter for a little bit, took some pics, chatted a little bit. Super nice guy. Very, very nice. I met everybody. But Chad Coleman was great. Really groovy dude. Chad Coleman is very, very groovy dude. Hey man, how's it going? That type. He was really great. But Peter Macon was really great. I'm glad you got to meet him. So yeah, since I've met everyone on the Orville and they're all amazing, we will support all things Orvillians do. All Orville actors, we will support everything they do, and we'll talk about everything we find that they got coming up. But yeah, I do plan on promoting the new Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, though, just for Peter. I really have no other connection to that film that I know of. So right now I'm doing it for Peter. And I'll definitely put out something. I want to do an announcement for Orvillians that we want to support the movie because Bortus is in it. And then, of course, as it comes out, we'll talk about the audience response and if the movie's good or not. I'm sure it's decent. I've enjoyed all the Planet of the Apes movies, even the lame one with Mark Wahlberg. But I even like those, even though they're But the newer ones, the ones that from the last 3 movies, something like that, really enjoyed those Planet of the Apes movies. Elihu says, speaking of Orville cast members, I hope we get an update on Jay Lee's sequel, Atypical Thursday. Yes, I remember him talking about doing that. I don't have an update, but we'll definitely get an update. I'll just talk to him and see what's up. I'm sure he'll want to, when it's coming together, he's going to want to promote it. And we promoted the last one together, so I'm sure we'll promote this new one as well. I really enjoyed Atypical Wednesday. If you guys haven't seen Atypical Wednesday, written, directed, and starring Jay Lee, it's a fun movie. It's a fun movie. I recommend it. It's got some real funny bits. You'll see I think his name's Greg Daniels or Craig Daniels. He plays Lokar in the Orville. He has a role in it. You'll see some other people that you recognize in the film as well. It's probably available on Amazon Prime, maybe other places. I haven't looked in quite a long time. I own it on Amazon. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. But yeah, he's planning on doing a new one, Atypical Thursday. Kaylee says, the stills I saw had a very first Planet of the Apes look to them. Oh, like the very first with Charlton Heston? I think I know what you're talking about. Like on that beach. It was like on a beach or something like that. There's the beach, and I don't want to ruin it for anyone who hasn't seen it. But there's a damn dirty beach in both films. Ellie says, I'll be willing to work scale for a bit part. For a bit part in Atypical Thursday or the Orville or anything, I'll do it for free. Just to support. Give me a role, Jay Lee. I'll do it for free. Just help me get out there. Help me get out there so I can film it. I'll even bring coffee for people. William says, if we destroyed the planet with nukes, it would not be a mammal. It would be pseudopods versus alligators. Cthulhu, octopuses versus Godzilla, dragons, and Dianosuchus. Reminds me of Bacchus. Yeah, and also apparently Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about how nukes, modern day nukes, don't have all that radiation that the originals had. So like we would destroy a bunch of stuff, but there wouldn't be a bunch of radiation. So you can blow everybody up and then move right in. Help me, Dr. Zaius. Can I play the piano anymore? Of course you can. Well, I couldn't before. BGA free, character with lines, pay me scale. Just say pay me. You pay me. Dale loves the Marvels movie. That new one, is that out yet? If it's on Disney Plus before my subscription lapses, I'd watch the Marvel movie. I don't care about the Marvel movie, but I watched that first Marvel, Miss Marvel, whatever the movie's called. I enjoyed it. Never thought about it since. I watched it, enjoyed it while I was there, and then never thought about it again. I bet you I'd do the same for the new Marvels movie. Looks like it'd be fun while you're watching it. I think I'm just getting tired, and I think a lot of people are getting tired of connected universes. Some people love it. I loved it at first, and now I'm like, okay, now it's too much. This is too much connected universes. Let's separate some of these fools out a little bit. You never know who's going to pop up in a movie. All right, you guys, I got to end this stream soon. I just wanted to pop up, let you guys know that I'm still going to stream to this YouTube channel sometimes, even though it's demonetized, just to say, hey, what's up? And also remind people that I'm on Twitch. There's also the second YouTube channel, but nothing, just shorts are going on right there right now. But once it gets monetized, we might move live shows over to there. We'll see. Because if it gets monetized, then we can do super chats and blah, 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 blah. Don't know if I'm going to do memberships. I don't think I want to mess with memberships on YouTube anymore. I think they take too much of people's money. I don't like that. And so if, people want to support, I'd rather them go either to Patreon or PayPal, because those two websites take hardly anything of your money. Mostly all goes to the creators. Emmanuel Shepard joining late, but you are here right before I'm about to end the stream. Hey man, joining late. How do we support the channel if it's been demonetized? Oh, I was just talking about that. Support links are below. You can join us for watch parties on Twitch. Twitch link is there. Don't have a schedule yet. I'm just going to be advertising when the next one's going to be. I'll advertise it here. I'll advertise it on Twitter, all that stuff, so people know when to join, when I'm going to be on there, and what we're watching. But it's a lot of fun. And then eventually this channel will get monetized again. In 2024, it'll be monetized again. And then we'll just take it from there. See how it goes. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, because I'm always figuring out new things. Or I'm deciding, hey, I'm not going to worry about this. I've said this many times before. I have a hard time doing it, but you got to really let go of all the YouTube rules that YouTube gurus give you. They don't know what they're talking about most of the time. Sometimes they'll say, hey, just make nice quality videos. Okay, cool. That's a good one. But then they got all these other little things that they come up with in their brain just to say something. Everything's different. Every channel is different for everybody. What's successful for one channel will not be successful for you. And what's successful for you will not be successful for someone else that tries to do it. It's all, you got to put work into it, but any rules that people give you that are going to work for you, not necessarily going to work for you. Thanks, Brian Dawkins. Appreciate it. Brian Dawkins is supporting through PayPal. PayPal is a very good one, because I cash that out right away and go buy some kitty treats. Nicola will love it. But I will be showing up here to say hello and just to keep reminding people of the other all the other places on the internet where you can have an egotastic fun time. And then also you guys give me good advice a lot of times too. Elihu says, if Neil deGrasse Tyson was to give a review for All Mankind, he would complain for 20 minutes about the first 5 minutes of the episode. Oh man, I don't even know what that refers to, but I can see it happening. For instance, I just saw a video with Neil deGrasse Tyson today that he was saying in the movie Ted, Seth MacFarlane's Ted, when the little boy wishes for his teddy bear to be real, the sky that they used for the kid to wish upon a star was the exact right sky for that year that is supposed to take place, that place where it took place, New York or something like that, Boston, probably Boston, right? And anyway, that's the correct sky. Seth MacFarlane called Neil deGrasse Tyson saying, we need a sky that's the correct sky for that day and time in part of the world. So it's correct in the TED series. Titanic, Neil deGrasse Tyson said, if you look at the sky in Titanic, that's the wrong sky. That's just some random sky. It's not the exact sky that would have been existing on that day and time in part of the world. Take that, James Cameron. But Seth MacFarlane's getting his skies right, you guys. But all right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll be putting out advertisements for the next live stream on Twitch. Don't forget to follow if you want to support. The links are there. If you don't want to support, just hang out, talk, have a good time, and enjoy the rest of the Orville fandom. Because as you can tell through this chat, we're fans of a lot of things. The Orville brought us all together. But there's a lot of different things that we like. We got our quantum leaps. We got our Stargates. We got our Star Wars. Some people like Star Wars. I kind of gave up on Star Wars. It's a little too much, but I understand why people like it. I'm just going to have a good time. Irradiation versus radiation, radiation. That's true. You're going to get irradiated. Or maybe not. Maybe it'll just get blown up without the radiation. But all right, you guys, I'll see you very soon. And as always, I hope all your times are egotastic fun times, and we all do better when we all do better.